quick rundown. So, 1,000-Year-Old Vampire is it's a sort of a print and play kind of a solo RPG is the word for it. Something like we've played Delve before. It's in the same style as that, or kind of like Map Imperium, which is one I made a while back, and I played another like build a village type thing. In this one, we are a vampire, and what we're going to be doing is telling a story. We have to get 2 dice. We have to have a D6 and a D10, which I will have to get my D10. This is kind of a dark story. We're going to create the story. It's a solo RPG, kind of a journaling game, where we're going to roll 2 dice. And depending on what dice we get, D6 and D10, depending on what we get, gives us a prompt. And then we have to answer that prompt, creating a story for our vampire. Throughout the course of our life, our 1,000-year life, give or take, we're going to have memories. We're going to have characters that come into our lives. We'll have different distinctions about our body. We'll have things that we own. We'll have certain skills that we'll gain and lose throughout the course of our life. A big part of the game is because we are so old that we will forget things. And so our memories are only going to last until we can only have, we can only have 5 memories at a time. And each of these memories consists of 3 events. As our life goes on, we're going to run out of memory space, and so we have to jot it down in our diary. Or we just forget it. And so it's kind of like it's a game about like, it's a dark kind of thing. And like we may have a love of our lives when we are a teenager. But here we are 500 years later, we've forgotten all about them because we don't have enough memory space to do this. So this reminds me of a Doctor Who episode, if anyone's a Doctor Who fan, where like the doctor gave someone immortality, but then they he came back and met them like hundreds of years later, and they don't remember who the doctor was, but they had like their diary had it written in there. So they like, I know who you are just because of what I wrote in my diary, but I don't actually remember who you are. It's in my diary. Yeah. That kind of thing. So it's an interesting kind of thing, and it's rave reviews seems to be for this thing. But the setup is my notes over this way. As we go through this, we're going to get some prompts, and we'll scroll our way through here. Now, the way it begins is we have to decide who we are, who our vampire is. There's our things we're going to record there: memory, skills, resources, characters, and marks. Every time we roll the dice, we're going to prompt. And the prompt, we have to sort of just answer that thing and do what it tells us to do. 3 experiences makes up a memory, and we can have 5 memories total, or we can write them in our diary. Now, our diary is a resource. We can lose that. So if our diary burns in a building or something, then we lose those memories. And let me see. Let me jump down here into the actual game, because we got to begin by making our character and choosing who we are. So let's go to the beginning of the game here as soon as I can find it. Okay, so here's our vampire creation. I think this is where we begin. So yeah, here we go. So start by imagining a person in the distant past. Roman emperor, Macedonian midwife, French knight. Person become your vampire. Imagine when they were born, when and where they were born, who they were in life. Start a memory with one experience that encapsulates their history. So this one gives you an example of Henry, son of John, born near the Loire Valley in 13th century France. Poor knight, swindled out of my inheritance. So, my name is Victor. I am the son of a beekeeper from a small village in southern England. Just making this up. Born in the year 1520. There we go. There is number 1. Victor, the beekeeper. 1520. First experience is a little different than most experiences. It's a broad summary of our life. There we go. This is before I'm no longer I'm not a vampire yet. I'm just a beekeeper. I'm just a kid with aspirations and a love of life. So next, create at least 3 mortals. Add them to the vampire's record sheet. So we have to figure out who is our the people that we know. These are going to be our well, it could be anybody. Let's say we're going to have our sister. I don't really want this to all be bold. Let's go back regular here. So our we'll put our sister. We're going to name her. What should our sister's name be? Let me get my music over here. There we go. Rimworld soundtrack is appropriate for everything. So my sister's name is somebody give me a sister name. Wait, Victoria and Victor. Sure, Victoria. My parents are very, very clever. Victoria. They have a relationship with your vampire, relatives, friends, lovers, enemies, yada yada. Describe them in a few words. So Victoria's our best friend. She helps us take care of the bees, you know. She's all right. We've got our dad. Our dad's name is Walter. Walter, my dad. He is strict dad, and very strict and distant for my dad. But he's all right. He's all right. Just he's he's one of those kind of guys. And then my third is going to be, let's have we're going to let Marvin. Let's make it a girl. Let's say Mary. So Mary is the candle shop owner. Mary. We know her because we deal there, right? We do the bees. So we carry stuff in to Mary so she can make the wax. We have a good relationship with Mary. She's a good she can be a good friend and business ally. You know, we deal with Mary, but not Frank from across the street. We deal with Mary. We're from a small town. I say that, small village. So there is our 3 characters. We're gonna put a little M by them because they are mortal, and that will come into play here in a minute. Let me lower this a little bit to like a 16. Is that still legible? Can you guys read that over there? Maybe a little bigger. Let me know if the font is illegible. There we go. These guys are all mortal. Okay. So get to your vampire to be 3 skills fitting their lot in life. So we know bees, right? We know bees, and maybe we'll do a little more. Rather than that, let's say we're calm. We have a calm demeanor because you have to be kind of calm whenever bees are around because you'll scare them and they'll sting you. Our second skill is going to be I see drown. We're gonna say we're a good swimmer. We like to swimmer. Third one, this new land was just discovered recently. I heard on the news, and Victor here, he loves seeing those maps. Those Portuguese and them Spaniards have come back. He bought a couple of those maps. He doesn't own one yet. Maybe he does, but he dreams of traveling around. So maybe reading map would be a thing. What's a good skill for that? He's a good navigator, map aficionado. We're gonna say he. I don't know if that's a. I don't know if that's a skill. Cartography. Yeah. He draws his own maps. Maybe he hasn't seen any maps of the New World. He just dreams of it, so he makes his own maps up. Excellent. Okay, so we've got 3 skills fitting their lot in life, and 3 resources they obtained while still mortals. The resources can be anything, big or small. It can be like your house, it can be a knife, it can be a fleet of warships, or just a simple beekeeper. We're gonna say we have like a, we're gonna have like a shed that we hang out in. You know, where we have like the bee extractor, the extractor, and we do all the honey work. We got a shed that's kind of like our little nest that we hang out in. We also have my book of maps that I have drawn, because that's the kind of guy I am. And we also have a beekeeper suit. My dad gave that to me. Dear old dad. A pet bee. Okay. And then create 3 more experiences, with 1 experience being entered into each separate memory. So we've got this is 1 memory. This is 1 experience. This counts as 1 memory. Put a 1 there. And we'll do memory number 2. And then we'll have memory number 3 down here. Sorry, fat fingers here. These are separate. So these are 1 entry. You can have up to 3 entries per memory. These are 3 separate memories. And with 1 experience, each being entered in separate memory, each of the experiences should combine 2 of your vampire's traits. My skills up there. And if the vampire has the long ship... What? For instance, if he has a long ship, make sure I'm a Viking Jarl or whatever. Okay. So, my memories... one day, while in town, I learned of Mary's desire to explore and we chatted all day about the New World. Thus began my love of cartography. Maybe Mary's a little more than just a candle maker, if you know what I mean. Number 3 is going to be probably a good swimmer. Where would my good swimmer come in? So, sad day. I was robbed by the Walton band one day on my way to deliver the wax, deliver honey to the market. They threw me in the river. Those jerks in the river, and left me for dead. But I managed to swim to safety. Safety. And continued to stick with like, I don't know how do I word this? They threw me in the river. They left me for dead, but I saw that as an opportunity. Like, I left me for dead, but then I saw it as an opportunity as like I can get away from these guys because I can swim. I learned I learned quickly that I was quite the swimmer. There we go. Okay. Lastly, create an immortal. This is the creature that gifted or cursed your vampire with unlife. So, we have an immortal friend or something. Let's see. So we were out swimming one day. That's what we do. And there's a little island out in the lake. We swam to that island. And we got out there just to hang out, you know. Hang back. Stay away from the Walton boys. And we met someone. We met what's her name? What's a good vampire name? Elena. So Elena, we don't know much about Elena. Elena lives on this little island, and we were enthralled by Elena. We don't know much about Elena, but we swam over there. We saw her. We were overwhelmed with the just the sight of Elena, and we don't even know what happened. We just happened to wake up one day and like we weren't eaten. Oh, I woke up one day and the next day I went home. I woke up and my neck, the side of my neck, was black. That's my mark I'm creating. I have a scarred and blackened neck. How about that? From Elena, I guess, because we have to create an experience for this. Okay, so we'll do an experience. So we'll do number 4. Number 4. I'm gonna write this shorter. Swam out to the little island and met Elena. We were enthralled. The next morning, I woke with a disfigured and blackened neck. No sign of Elena anywhere. How dare you, Elena? Okay. Once you finish with your vampire, you will have you have 3 skills, 3 resources, a mark, right? 3 mortals, an immortal, and 1 experience in each of their 5 memories. Do I get 5 memories? Did I miss one? 1 experience in each of their 5 memories. I must have missed one. Explain how your vampire became a creature of the night. That's how we did it. More experiences. I think I was supposed to have 1 more experience here with these, wasn't I? So we'll do number 5. We need 1 more of these. So we're going to say... so my dad was a stern fella. Walter. Oh, wait. We have Walter and Walton. Let's call him... let's just call him... Milton. Is my dad's name. And I remember the day Milton, my dad... my 18th birthday, this is like 1500. My 14th birthday. My dad gave me my own beekeeper suit. You know, it was like it was just like it was a symbol of, you know, he's a strict guy, but he's like, you know, he handed it to me and he gave me that Robert Redford look, and then 4 seconds goes by and he gives me the nod, and then I knew I was the beekeeper now. Okay. So, playing the game. To play 1,000-Year-Old Vampire, answer a series of prompts. Got it. We're going to roll a d10, d6. We take the d10 minus d6, and we add that to prompt. So we're going to start with prompt 1. We're going to roll our dice and see what we get. We do what it says. If you're instructed to check a skill but have no skills, lose a resource. If you can't do that, we lose a skill. And we check like line through, and we're going to put check marks or whatever. And everything worst possible. You lose a skill or resource, and you have none, your game is over. So we'll probably just go for like an hour or so. Maybe not quite that long. We'll go for a little while here, just see what we can get out of this. Game ends if you can't check a skill or resource. Okay. So you can also play this styles of play. You can play this as like a journaling game, so you can do like every day you come back and check on your vampire. We're doing the quick game today. And let's begin. Be uncomfortable. By the way, this is kind of a dark thing, as you can tell by the beekeeping and the candles. I'll try to keep it on a lighter note. All right. D10, D6. So I got a 9 and a 4. So we begin with 1, and we get plus 5. We go to prompt number 6. Prompt number 6. A mortal character begins serving you. Who are you? Why are they drawn to you? Create a new mortal character. Okay, so this is going to fit into our memories somewhere. And I think that maybe Mary, I don't know if serving is the right word for it. Maybe, the Walton band. One of the Walton boys? Who's going to serve me? You think? I'm gonna say it wants me to create a new one though. It doesn't want me to add anything else. So I'm gonna add it to the Walton boys. So I'm gonna add it to number 3 here, and Johnny Walton later found out that I was not to be trifled with. I don't know if he found out I was a vampire, or if I just beat the snot out of him one day. And he's like, okay, I'll do what you want. He began to do, to serve for fear of retribution. Scrawny little Victor here is stronger than he appears. So I've gained a new mortal. Elena is we think she's a vampire. We don't actually know. Vampire. So we got another mortal here. We got Johnny Walton. Johnny Walton is he's a member of the Walton gang. Serves me secretly. Like no one else in the Walton gang knows, but he's the one who's kind of nice because because maybe I threatened him. We'll leave it as is right now. Let's see what we get. So we got another one. We got a 6 minus a 2. If the 10 is lower, then we go the other way. So it's plus 4, so we're gonna go up to 10. Did I get everything on that one? Create a more character. Why are they drawn to you? Why is he drawn to me? He's drawn to me because he's scared of me, I think. Okay. The stars pinwheel above you in the night. The seasons are a blur. You are as an automaton, unconscious of the passage of decades. A century passes. Strike out a memory. Strike out all mortal characters. What? 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 Well. Okay. So Johnny's dead. Mary's dead. My dad's dead. My sister's dead. Well, so much for that story. We'll just put an X there and kind of, to symbolize. You're supposed to like put a line through it, but we're going to symbolize that they are no longer with us. It's been 100 years. I have to lose a memory. So I'm gonna forget something. Do I forget about Mary? Do I forget where I'm from? Do I forget about the Waltons? I think, 100 years have gone by. That's all over with. I think I forget about the Waltons. You're supposed to, like, not erase these things, but we'll remember. Gone. Okay. The year is 1640 or so. Let's roll the dice. 8 and a 5, so 3 more. 13. Generations of the same family serve you. This line starts from any living mortal character or from the descendants of a dead mortal character. What bizarre ritual do they tie to your servitude? Lose resource. Create servitors of the lineage resource. Okay. So somebody's serving me now. 100 years have gone by. I'm hanging out in my shed, I think. Lose a resource. I think I'm going to lose... Like, beekeeping's... I don't know, do we keep the beekeeping suit? I think... Like, with Mary gone... you know what? The maps were like, you know what? That ain't our thing anymore. We do create a new resource of... Servitors of the lineage. And I gain a new person. A descendant of a dead mortal character. Maybe, I don't know, you have any ideas? Could be one of the Waltons, but I've forgotten about the Waltons. Doesn't mean we can't do that, though. Let's take it from, No, I still got my beekeeper suit. It's ratty. It's nasty. It's 100 years later, but it's still my suit. I wear it because it covers my neck. And I kind of, I've kind of retreated away into my shed. No one lives there anymore. My sister's gone. My mom's gone. My dad's gone. It's just me. I don't even live in the house. I just live in the shed with the remnants of the bees. And I think maybe Mary's, century's gone by, so it's going to be like Mary's great-great-grandson, daughter. We'll call it Agatha. Agatha, which is Mary ran off and married someone else, and because we couldn't be with her, we got a bad neck. Someone bit us. This is Mary's, what'd you say, descendant? I'm not sure where it's gonna be. And we've kind of kept an eye on Mary. Hey, Glow. And Mary's family, Mary treated us well. And so we're taking care of them. And Agatha, for some reason, has decided, found out. I'll say Agatha found out, and began serving us. Began worshipping us. We don't want that. We don't want that. Just get out of here. But she's like, she comes by, she leaves like, she leaves candles by my shed, and she makes these little wax swans and leaves them outside the door of my shed. I'm not sure if I need to add. I probably need to add one of these in here. I'm gonna put this in the same one. Agatha has started worshiping me. Has found out who I am, and has begun worshipping me. I hate it. I'm going to put this as another tick, actually, right here. So we have three. These is one. So there we go. And she brings me trinkets. She brings me worthless trinkets. Okay, roll the dice. We got a 5 and a 4. We're going up 1. This is from RimWorld. An enemy character uses a lost resource to turn a few friends against you. Check 3 skills to regain a resource. Or check 1 skill to barely survive. Which former friend did you kill? Where do you flee? Oh, you know what? So, Agatha, her family found out. And, an enemy character uses a lost resource to turn a few friends. What did I lose? What did I have over here? My book. My book of maps. In that book of maps, I had some Mary had written in there, and so they knew there was some things with me and Mary. And, the Agatha's, brothers found out what's going on there, and I have to check 3 skills to regain a resource. I could get rid of all 3 of these skills to gain a resource, or check 1 to barely survive. I think here's what happened. So, I'm not in the maps anymore. That's out of here. I need to remember that. I'll remember it. So Agatha came in, and she throws this book at me, and I can see the anger in her eyes, and her brothers were outside there. We put it in here. Agatha, was forced. Here's a better story. So Agatha's brothers came and attacked me. They threw the book where I lost that. They tore it in front of me. They don't want their family dealing with me. They found out because Agatha said something, and they found out. They come to get me. And while they're attacking me, I'm getting beat down by Agatha's brothers. I don't want to fight. I'm a friendly vampire. I only eat mice or something. And in the attack, I'm fighting back against these brothers. Agatha comes in and tries to help. And I, in the ensuing bloodlust, I kill them all, including Agatha. Brothers attacked, all including Agatha, were killed in my bloodlust. I lost my mind. I was trying to survive on mice and turtles and whatever else has blood around here, fish. And so I was getting real hungry. And the brothers came in. They attacked me. I'm trying to not fight back because I don't want to be that kind of person. But I can't help it. I'm dying. I lose my mind. Everything goes black, goes red, and I just start doing my vampire thing. Unbeknownst to me, Agatha is there, trying to help me. But I lose it. And I feed on Agatha and brothers. Where do I flee? I don't know if I'm supposed to add another one. I'm going to add another one in here just for a new thing. So, do I flee? Where do I run to? Do I run out? I think I'm going to run to where Elena is. I flee to Elena. I come back 100 years, like 120 years later, 110 years later. To seek shelter. I am no longer able to live amongst the mortals. There we go. So I'm on that little island out there with Elena. Is Elena there? I don't know. Let's find out. So 8 minus 6 plus 2. So 16. I could run. I was going to say, I could run to the New World. I think I should. That's where I'm fleeing to. I go there. Elena's not there. I like that idea. I'm taking it. I leave England altogether. And head to the New World. Where I can finally be alone. ... Okay. But not for long, because some mortals have banded together to hunt you. Well armed and wise to your tricks. How do you defeat or evade them? Create a mortal hunter related to one of your checked skills. Check a skill. I think maybe I'm not quite to the New World yet, and I get attacked. On the boat. On the boat. And what happens is I get attacked by by the captain of the ship on the way. Captain first mate, the high ups. Create a mortal hunter ready to. Okay, so my calm demeanor, I stop them, but my calm demeanor persuades the crew to not only let me live, but throw the captain and first mate off the ship. And promote me to captain. I want to captain. Promote. Do I want to? And in that calm demeanor, you know, I'm like, you know, maybe I should be captain. I become the new captain. Maybe the new first mate. Someone else can take captain. Let's not get overboard here. Okay. Mortal hunter we have to do. So we're gonna have. This is related to one of my checked skills, which is the map man, the map captain. I don't know who we're gonna call this guy. We're gonna call him John. John Blimey. Ex-captain of the turnip. Got Blimey, and well, there's two of them, but we'll say Blimey's the one we're worried about. Blimey is captain of the turnip and skilled navigator. That's going to take that map skill that I had. Type navigator. Okay. Roll again. I had to go backwards yet. 4 and 3, so we got what? Go 1 forward. You committed despicable murder, but not for the sake of feeding. Why? Check a skill. Remove mortal character if you like. Yeah, I know what happened. So the new captain, Francis, he doesn't like me very much, and he has me go out and clean the barnacles while we're at sea. And oh, you know what he does? He sends me overboard. But I'm a good swimmer, and he throws me overboard thinking I'm gonna, the whole keel hauled and all that. But I'm a good swimmer, so I swim around to the other side. Francis tried to keel haul me, but I'm a good swimmer. I slip around the other side. And I slip around the other side. I climb up on deck behind him, and he doesn't see me coming, so I grab him up and I feed. And I feed. I'm the captain now. I don't know why I can't spell. Captain now. More dots. Okay. That memory is complete. Let's roll one more time. Agatha's dead, by the way. Okay, we got a 7 and -2, which is a +5. So we're going to 22. Beat him to death with his own shoe. Blimey. Create a moral character. You've shaped them from infancy to be exactly what you want. Lose a resource. Well, I've lost my shed a long time ago. I should have marked that one off a long time ago. I've lost this one as well. So we'll just mark those off. Mortal character that I have shaped from infancy. I think it's going to be... We'll put some time into here. Like 20 years or so, I'm captain of this ship. Pass some time. And I lost those. I still keep my beekeeper suit. That's part of my aura now. And one of the crewmen has a the cabin boy. Not from infancy though. Who do we want from the ship? Any more character? Shape them from infancy to be exactly what you want. I think we're gonna call him black and yellow stripes. Yeah, the crew dresses in black and yellow stripes. That's right. They call me. My name's no longer Victor. They call me the Keeper. That's my name. I become a pirate. That's what it is. We're gonna call him. I don't know. Perry, little Perry. He was born on the ship by one of the crewmen, and me and Perry, we got along. Perry was small. He had those little nimble fingers, and so I taught him. I couldn't go on land because look at me, look at my neck. But he could go in there and he'd steal things from me. Sneaky little kid. Sneaky thief kid. Good old Perry. Okay. Now let's roll again. We got a 7 and 2 plus 5. Rolling through the thing. 27. Wars rage throughout the region in which you reside. Yeah, we're going to be a pirate. We're going to be in the Caribbean. You withdraw into a hidden retreat, waiting for them to pass. Lose a resource. Oh, my beekeeping suit's going to rot away. Is this everything? Do I die here? Is that the end? If I lose my skills, resources, and that's it, right? We're going to lose it. We'll see. We'll have to go one more. See. I think it's if you don't have anything left. I think then you lose. Or then the game over. Okay, so I think that what's happened is we got to add another story here. So we're going to have to lose something. I think the beekeeper soup's gone. We're forgetting all about my dad. I think my dad is forgotten. We forgot about the beekeeper suit. We left it one day, and we're like, you know what? Who's that? Who's Milton? We don't know who that is anymore. I do so remember that I'm a son of a beekeeper, though. Blimey. Sets out to retake, to kill me. Assembling many ships. I'm spending the next 20 years hiding out. I got like a cove, I find. I'm hanging out. I probably should have the ship as my resource, but I don't know. I haven't seen any add a resource, so we'll leave it. We'll let it be. All right, next. 8 minus 1 with plus 7 puts us up to 34. I don't know how many there are in here. You destroy something important to you in a purposeless rage. Lose a precious memory or destroy a resource. The most precious memory I have is about me before I was a vampire. Well, I still have that one too, don't I? Do I forget who Mary is? Do I forget who... what did I destroy? What do I destroy? Oh, you know what I destroy? I destroy my ship. I lose my mind. I think. I lose it. I can't go anywhere. I'm stuck here. Maybe I'm like feeding on my crew who's stuck here with me. And I'm not gonna destroy a resource because I'm feeding on my crew. But I have forgotten all about who I am. My name is no. I don't know my name anymore. My name is just I'm just the keeper. I just lost that memory. I don't have a diary. I may supposed to be starting with one, but I didn't see that. So I think it's one of those prompts that we get. So I'm hiding out in this cove. My ship is still there, but it's starting to kind of rot. I'm feeding on my crew now. In my rage, I forget who I am. I don't even know my name anymore. I'm just the keeper. Perry still sticks by me, though. 6 minus 4 plus 2. The deceptions you practice fool even yourself. Combine any 3 traits to fabricate an experience that you believe is true. Any 3 traits. Traits. Is that supposed to be under marks, maybe? I don't know. I think that I don't know who I am anymore. I don't know where I come from. All I have is Perry, my buddy. Perry is my son. I must have murdered Perry's parents that were on the ship in my rage. So that's my memory. Perry's my son. We'll go with that one. Okay, next. 7 minus 2 is 5. I can't believe I've rolled so good on this 10-sided dice. What do you want? Your body is distant from human concerns. Lose a memory slot. Erase your oldest extant. What's that mean? Extant name. Lose a memory slot. Erase your oldest extant name. I'm going to forget all about Mary. I'm losing the whole slot. Mary, Agatha, all that stuff. We've forgotten all about that. Extant is still existing. My oldest existing name. So yeah, I haven't got any more names. I know some of these say names that you'll get new names. I haven't got any of those. Okay, so I only have 4 memory slots now. So I know that I don't know who I am. I know I met Elena. I remember Elena. I remember getting my neck messed up. Elena disappeared. I don't know my name. I'm just the keeper. I don't even have my beekeeping suit anymore. Perry's my son, somehow. Roll one more. Oh, I got +8. Man, I gotta keep this for D&D. I'm holding hot on this 10-sided dice. So up to 49, if there isn't even that many. If I roll negative, you go back, but I've yet to do that. What simple practical skill proves invaluable in your strange existence? How did you learn it? Create a skill. So I've been hiding out here on this ship. Simple practical skill proves invaluable in your strange existence. How do you learn it? What's a skill that I need as I'm rotting away on this ship in a cove somewhere with me and this old, who's no longer a kid anymore, Perry, and a couple other crew who are terrified of me? I learn... I don't know. What do you think? I'm lost on this one. I could learn stealth, just like maybe the crew don't know it's me that's killing them. I'm very stealthy, very sneaky. I'm very deceptive. You know, it goes with this calm demeanor. I'm very what's the word? I'm very not persuasive, but very like a salesman. Like, you can trust that guy. I'm trusting. I'm not trusting, but I think I'm just gonna put deceptive. So like, I've murdered more than half my crew, 75% of my crew, but no one knows because it couldn't be the keeper. Personable. Yeah, personable. That's good. That's good. I'll keep that one. Trustworthy makes it sound like you can trust me, but you cannot. So I'm personable. Like, it can't be the keeper. It's got to be Frank. It's got to be Jim. Well, Jim's dead. Well, it's got to be Sally. Well, not Sally. Sally's all pasty and bones now. But it can't be charming. Charming's a good one. Yeah, charming. Personable, charming, that kind of thing. Roll one more. Oh, we got, okay, 5 and 5. So I got a 0. So that means we go to the next one. You may notice there's 3 in each one of these columns. We go to the next one. 0, basically. I rolled a 0. So how did you come to be in a place of common laborers? Oh, we're stuck here. We're hiding. What previously checked skill convinced them to accept you? What was that night of camaraderie like? Create a moral character, check a skill. So I think what's gonna happen is we finally left. Like this Blimey one, we waited long enough. Perry is like 50 years old now, and there's only a few of us left. And so we make our way out. Maybe a merchant ship comes by and saves us. And that's what happens. The merchant ship comes. Our ship is rotted away, sitting in salt water for 50 years or 40 years, whatever it was. And this merchant comes by. And what previously checked skill is going to be my calm demeanor. Remember that one? Convince him to accept us. So I go out there and I'm like, hey, I'm calm. I'm also very personable. Why don't you take us in? Why don't you let us be a part of this crew? I think that it's been like 40 years. I think I don't know if we could care about Blimey anymore. I don't know if, so typically you can like write these into your diary, which I don't think I have a diary. I've lost it by now anyway. I think if I can make a new memory, I have to erase something. Or I can add to something else. I think I'm going to forget about Elena. She doesn't matter anymore. I forgot all about that. A merchant rescued us. The, like, 8 of us that are left. From our, well, just rescued us. And I was able to convince them to allow us to stay. To stay on their crew. That works. And it says check a skill. So it's going to use up the skill. So this skill is now gone. Personable. It's now gone. Okay. Oh, mortal character. So we're going to have, I guess the captain of this ship is going to be Harry Hubman. Is captain of the merchantman. Is it A-N or E-N? Merchant. E-N? Merchantman? The ship? Merchantman? The merchant. Ship. Harry Hubman, he likes us. We're a good guy. We're a charming fellow. So he thinks. 8 minus 2. The dice is hot. We're going to go up to plus 6, so up to 55. What year is it now? We start 1520. So it's like 16. So we're probably getting close to 1700. Timeless introspection becomes manifest in creative acts. Choose a creative skill based on a lost memory. You know what? After many years serving, I settled down after Perry passes away peacefully, or does he? I settled down finally in the new world. And do I take up beekeeping? I've forgotten all about that I was a beekeeper. Wouldn't it be a funny happenstance if I've lived a couple hundred years now, 250 years or whatever. I forgot I was a beekeeper. And then I come down like, you know what? I think I'd like to be a beekeeper. And become a beekeeper. Okay, roll one more. Oh, there we go. I got a 2 on the 10 and a 3 on the 6, so we go back 1 to 54. Your strange accent and old ways reveal you as an outsider. Mocked and cheated at best and hated at worst. Smother these useless traits by converting an old memory to a new skill for blending in. I guess I'm going to have to get rid of my old life back in England. I think. Because I look at that guy. He talks like he's from the 1500s. And I say, how dare you, governor? Let's say you and me go throw some tea in a harbor. Convert an old memory to a new skill. I'm going to say... this was all based kind of around my good swimming and calm demeanor. I'm gonna change this because I got attacked, but I could persuaded the crew a couple different times. They got me to be captain, so I'm gonna say that my skill is I think I'll go back to that kind of that personable or charming. I think charming is the skill that I'm taking. I'm like, what, me? If you see my top hat, how charming I am. So now, my life, what I remember is I don't even remember being a pirate anymore. I remember Perry. I remember being rescued. I don't know how I got there. I know there's this guy, John Blimey, after me. He's probably dead by now. He's got to be an old geezer now. Let's roll again. Okay, +3. Your knowledge of old things becomes a strength. Based on a checked skill, what knowledge do you share with contemporary mortals? Check a skill. Create a resource. I'm going to use my charm to check the skill. I'm supposed to line these through it, but I have to remember what I had. Maps. Old maps. I'm a cartographer. I used to be a cartographer back in the day. I don't remember about it, but yeah, I got old maps. You mortals and your fancy maps and your, you know, Amerigo Vespucci and all of them folks. Well, we didn't have them back then. How much do you share with contemporary mortals? I become well known not as a beekeeper, but as a I think as a not a storyteller, but as a do I mean map maker? I don't know. As a candle maker. I'm gonna make candles. I watched Mary do it. My resource is going to be I build a little shed where I do my honey extraction and candle wax work. It all comes around. 9 minus 3 plus 6. 63. How many things are in here? How do you provide for your banal, what's banal mean? Material needs. Record an experience about the time this went wrong. Check a skill. I don't have any skills to check, so I check a resource. So, like, material needs, like, what's banal mean? Mundane. Okay, okay. So, it's like food and... Well, actually, I don't need food, but, like, clothing and shelter and... Banal. It means banal, like canal. Banal. Yeah, banal doesn't sound right, does it? Banal, okay. Yeah, right, makes more sense. I don't have a skill to check, so it's gonna have to. So it goes to my resource. So I'm gonna lose my shed. So what happens to lose my shed? I can make a new memory. Perry's my son. I remember Perry. One day I still had Perry's ashes. I didn't have a resource, but I had Perry's ashes with me. And I lost them one day. I was going to trade some candle work, waxwork stuff, and I didn't realize the urn was in there, and I sold it, trying to get a new top hat. I'm an idiot. I lost Perry's ashes, and in my rage... I can't write anything. In my rage, I destroyed my my shed, my work shed, my shed and house, my shed and home basically. That goes away. I'm such an idiot. Okay, 6 minus 5 plus 1, 64. Vast numbers of humans are migrating around the world. They sure are. What group becomes easy to feed upon? How do you capitalize on their helplessness? Create a resource. Well, the New World is full of unsuspecting... Oh, you know what? You know what? It's revolution time. 1776. There's soldiers all over the place. There's like battlefields filled with plump soldiers. The revolution brings a buffet to my home. Soldiers on long marches are easy feeding. I don't even remember like normal life. I don't remember my calm demeanor. I don't remember any of that stuff. I just remember being a vampire, and it's easy pickings. Nothing wrong with it. Easy pickings. My resource is gonna be. I'm gonna pick up a we'll go with a red coat. No, probably easier to pick the U.S. So we're gonna pick up a Continental Army uniform. I blend in, you know. So I stroll up in there with my army uniform, feed a little bit, move on to the next one. +4, 68. An antiquity has surfaced which is directly tied to your mortal life. Check a skill or lose a resource and gain the antiquity as a resource. And regain one of the earliest memories, record an experience about acquiring the antique. You know what I found? I lost... I know what it was. So, this is my life for the next... How long are they going for? 4 years? 5 years? 81? 80? Somewhere there. No, 79? I don't remember. However long the revolution goes on for. It goes for a while. This is how I feed. You know, Rackets knows what I'm getting. I don't need the uniform anymore. I've been feeding on soldiers and, you know, pioneers. One day, for some reason, I go visit a museum. In the museum is my beekeeper suit. Just hanging there. I bust down the doors. Where's this gonna go? I'm forgetting about Blimey, he's dead. My old beekeeper suit is hanging in a museum. When was the Smithsonian built? The Smithsonian. I bust the glass and take off with my new suit. I now have my old beekeeper suit. Its thing is nasty, but I got it back. Okay, one more. +1, 69. You bond with an ancient enemy character over your shared past, finding in it something more comprehensible than this modern world. Check a skill. You become friends. Share a resource and gain a resource that is shared with you. 1846. Okay, it's 1846. Smithsonian's been built. I'm like, you know what? I'll go check it out. There it is, my beekeeping suit. So, guess who pops back up? I don't remember her. I don't have a clue who she is. Elena. She's back. She's in the U.S. Harry Hubman's dead. Everyone's dead. But Elena's back. Elena's the vampire. I meet her. And finding in it something more. Yeah, I can't be with mortals. But Elena, we share something. It says check a skill. I don't want to lose my beekeeping suit. I just got it back. I don't need that beekeeping suit anymore. That's not me anymore. I got Elena. It doesn't matter to me anymore. It does matter, but I'm going to have to lose it. It says share a resource and gain a resource that is shared with you. I'm not sure what that means. I say we're just going to gain. So Elena comes back. We hate Elena. But then we realize, you know what? I mean, who else do we have in the world? We can't really be with anyone else. They all die. Mortals, you know. But Elena's there. We become friends. Elena has a mansion. Elena's been living the life up in Pennsylvania. And she lets me come live with her in her mansion. 2 minus 6. We're going back 4 for the first time. So we're going back to 65. A possession turns out to have a financial value as an antique. Yeah, I'm going to cheat a little bit, but just because this old ratty beekeeping suit, I'm like, I don't need it anymore. This is an old life. I don't care anymore. Oh, I forgot to put in that Elena's back. Actually, I'm going to forget something. Am I going to forget about Perry? Who did I forget? I forgot. I gotta add one in about Elena. I told it, but I didn't write it in. Maybe we can't forget about the revolution. We forget who Perry is. You know, we meet Elena. We realize all these moral folks, they don't matter. We meet Elena again. And live with her in her mansion. Perry. Oh, Perry. Perry. What a sad life. So, possession I have turns out to have financial value. My oldest resource, I don't have one. Perry, why don't I leave a fence? I can't trade in. Can I trade in Elena's mansion? Yeah, you know what? What kind of friend am I? I'm supposed to be her friend, though. I can't sell her mansion. Can I? I was thinking that we already lost the beekeeping suit. I guess we can't lose that because we don't have it anymore. So we lose the mansion. Out from under Elena. This is a few years later. We betray Elena by what do? We sell our mansion? We trade it? Yeah, we trade away her mansion for a ticket. Across the Transcontinental Railroad is about now, right? For a ticket on the Transcontinental Railroad. I'm going to say the Transcontinental Railroad to San Francisco. We lose that. We've gained, our resource is what, a train ticket and a what's a contemporary resource? Yeah, we get a train ticket. Doesn't do us any good. And a maybe we can get a diary. 1869. Okay. And a gun. Yeah, give me a gun. What do I need a gun for? I don't know. We'll take a gun. Chat. I like it. Got ourselves a revolver. 5 minus 1. We got +4. We're back to 69. Music is over. You and your friend retire to a hidden place. There you share real pleasure. I don't have a friend anymore. Real pleasure for the first time in centuries. Create a skill about love and safety. Elena forgives. This is like 20 years later. I go to San Francisco. 20 years later, Elena shows up with arms open. Forgives. And for the first time in my life, I'm happy. And create a skill about love and safety. Elena forgives. I'm going to sum up. I'm happy for the first time. I found love in Elena. We're still living on the streets, but I got a gun, and I have a ripped up train ticket, and I have Elena, my love. Create a skill about love and safety. About love and safety. We're just going to say my skill is no longer alone. Is that a skill? Companionship. I'm gonna say ability to have a companion. You know, that means like the ability to let myself be free and have a companion. Whatever that word is. Compassion. Maybe a little bit. Put it down. Okay, roll again. We're going back 3. Back to 66. Your knowledge is outmoded. What's with all these big words? Outmoded, like outdated? Lose an unchecked skill, which is now useless. But my skill is my compassion. Okay, chat, help me out. Outmoded. Learned 3 new words today. Unchecked skill, which is now useless. My compassion is now useless. Maybe, I don't know what this is. Outmoded is like outdated. Okay. My compassion is outdated. Is it? I don't like that. Okay. Fine. So, going up 1. Old-fashioned. It has to be my... I have to lose a skill, so it has to be that one. Language itself. So I guess it's maybe Elena. Maybe Elena forgives me, but and we have happiness for a while. For... Maybe we go like 100 years. So it's like... Let's go to like... Let's go to like the 50s. 1950s. We made it there. 1950s. We had a good life with Elena, but... we grow cold in that time. That's what it is. So we lose our compassion. Language itself leaves you behind. People discuss concepts you cannot grasp using tools you cannot understand. That's right. Space race is happening. How is this problem dramatically made manifest? Create a character who will teach you a skill to help you offset this disadvantage. I think I gotta forget about the... We're gonna get a new thing here. Oh, we know who Perry was. We didn't know he was our son, though. I'm gonna forget about this stuff. This is back in the 1700s. Pablo. How is this problem made to manifest? I don't know. I think I'm just like living on the streets of San Francisco. And maybe he's like not a healthcare worker, but like a soup kitchen person, you know? Good Samaritan, basically. Brings me into the soup kitchen, takes care of me. Pablo takes pity on me, living in the streets of San Francisco, and invites me. Maybe not even a soup kitchen. Maybe he just invites me into his home. Invites me in and yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. Pablo lives in a Volkswagen bus. Takes me into his van and they head to Woodstock. It's 1969. Invites in to his VW, and we head to New York. We're going to Woodstock. Him and his friends are they I learned the ways, man. Pablo, San Francisco hippie, nice guy, great guy. Okay. 8 minus 6 plus 2. My new skill is bongo playing. Am I supposed to get a skill? Teach you a skill, offset this advantage. Oh, yeah. I thought I play the washboard. That's the bender thing. What's that, a dad joke? I don't have anything in there. Let's see what I can find. Did you hear about the guy that broke into the 3M factory? They caught him in... I ruined it. Start over. Redo. Did you hear about the guy who broke into the 3M factory? They caught him on tape. Sorry. I ruined that one. Okay, so... Pablo the hippie, he has taught me... we'll go with the bongos. I can play the bongos now. Thanks, Pablo. You're all right. Did I roll this one already? I think I might have. But I forgot what it was. So it's 2 and 2, so it's 0. New forms of communication offer new ways to hunt. Modify an old memory to include an anachronistic use of that sort of contemporary communication technology. Check a skill, create a skill. So I'm going to lose my bongos again. I mean, the telephone's out now. Modify an old memory to include an anachronistic. To include a use. Modify an old one. I still don't know about the revolution. Man, I don't know. I don't. New ways to hunt. Okay, so revolution brings buffet to my home. Soldiers on long marches are easy feeding. I remember back in those days. I used to call them. I used to wait by the payphones. Is this right? I'm like forgetting that the tech was around back then. Modifying old memory to include an anachronistic use of this sort of contemporary communication. Like I used to wait by the payphones and snatch them while they were calling loved ones. Am I using that right? My memories of the revolution allow me to feed on historical reenactors. For new ways to hunt. Oh yeah, okay. So forget the bongos. We're into like the 70s now. We had a good time at Woodstock. Play the bongos there. That's behind us. But now we are we're a reenactor. I don't know how to spell that. I don't know. Reenactor. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We tell all our buddies at the reenactor here at Gettysburg or wherever we're at. We say, yeah, you know what? We used to call. Well, we don't tell anyone that. We talk about payphones back then. Okay. Next one. 0 again, and we go to the next one. Language has grown into something outside your ken. It happens all the time. Ken, another word we don't know. You can invoke phonemic patterns to which mortals will react in certain ways, but you can no longer share actual thoughts or feelings or abstract ideas. Create a skill that expresses this. Oh. Okay. Okay. Maybe we're like... Are we going to do like a time jump here? How are we going to fit this in? Ken is knowing. Okay. And I have no idea. Some of these are tough. Language growing into something outside your kin. Maybe we could still be in the set. Well, you know, we could be in like in the maybe we're in the 90s. You know, Jive Turkey and you know, I don't know what they're saying. Did I do that? I don't know. No longer share actual thoughts or feelings of abstract ideas. Phonemic patterns. Man, I don't know. No longer share actual thoughts or feelings of abstract ideas. Create a skill that expresses this. It's called 1,000-Year-Old Vampire. This one's got me stumped. Phonemic patterns. Maybe here's what happens. So I'm trying to think of maybe we move somewhere, but we've made it. We still are always doing English, I suppose. Maybe we went up to like Newfoundland and we don't know what they're saying. Sorry, any Newfies, I apologize. I think maybe we just like we don't care. Like we've gotten to the point where like, what's the point? Who cares? Like, Nothing matters. Elena's gone. There's no point talking to anyone. So, a skill that expresses that. What do? I just breathe. I don't know what this one. I'm re-rolling. I don't have any. I don't know how to do this one. I'm re-rolling. So +3. I'm sorry. 70. Mortals are cruel and work in ways outside your understanding. How were you mocked or victimized? Why was your response ineffectual and costly? Check a skill. So this one's gonna go away. I didn't mean to go this far. Oh, it's super late. I need to go to bed. So we'll do one more and then we'll call it our end here. So we're in, we're going to be in we'll be in the 90s here. And, I don't talk, well, we was talking before. We'll add that a little bit. We don't talk anymore. After Pablo, we don't bother talking to anyone anymore. And then, for this, we're constantly mocked and teased. I don't know. Response ineffectual or costly. Always on the run. Because we would feed on those who tease. Okay. Last one. This is it. This final one. Grand finale. We've got, a 10 and a 3. +7. 77. Do we even go that far? We do. Oh, is this the last one? No, okay, this is it. 77. Look at that. Perfect. Your body finally wears out. You cannot carry out your feeding patterns. What happens? The game is over. Look at that. The game knew it was over. All right. So, we make it into the 2000s. Maybe we've only made it 500 years, haven't we? No, we continue this existence for a long time. For just we don't know how long it's been. Hundreds of years. We carry on. We go from town to town. We live on the streets. Someone comes up and kicks us. We feed. Then we have to leave. And we do this all over the place. And finally, we get chased. We're in Buffalo, New York. We kick down the door. The kid throwing rocks at us. We chase him down. He goes inside the house. We chase him down. We kick the door down. We feed on everything. On the family. The police come. They're chasing me down. I run out the back door and I stumble into a collection of beehives. I stumble into them. Bees are swarming all around me. I'm getting stung over and over again. The police are on their way. I can't talk. I just give up. Death by bees. The end. There we go. This game's fantastic. And there we go. That was pretty much the very end. There we go. That was great. That went a little longer than I meant to go, but that's great. Okay, so there we go. Our final memories. We know who Elena was. We don't know who she was first, but we remember her the second time. We had a little happy memory there. We had good times with Pablo. I don't know if we might have fed on Pablo. And that's why we started running. That's why we stopped talking, because we fed on Pablo and we felt bad for one of the first times in our lives. And we do remember the revolution. There we go. There's 1,000-Year-Old Vampire. This is over on itch.io. You can also pick it up from from their site. And I was watching some other folks play this game. There we go. I was watching that one too. Shut up and sit down. And everyone always goes over how nice the book is. It does look pretty nice. I'm tempted to actually get it because it looks pretty cool. You can get it on itch.io for $15. They do have a thing though, where I think it's like if you buy it, there's 989,000 free copies available. So if you don't have the money for $15, you can come pick up a free one. And or else, you know, support the dev with that one. Or you can go here and buy the book for $47. So, by Tim Hutchings. Tim Hutchings. Pretty neat. I like these kind of things. I just sort of discovered this whole world of solo RPGs and print and play stuff just really rather recently, maybe within the last year or so, and there's some really cool stuff out there. And as soon as I find the point of this channel is for me to seek out, find the interesting indie stuff and show it off, and this one ticks that mark 100%. So thanks for hanging out and bearing with our vampire story. I'm gonna go to bed. It's very late, and I will see you all tomorrow night. We're gonna play something else. We'll probably play that thing we were talking about earlier.